All right, we are back here for the final time this year. It's time to show me the money for the NFL Super Bowl picks. Joining me today on the podcast, spoke to him back in week number 3. We took a dump on Adam Gase at that point, made us feel better about our lives. Kevin Lillis is here. Kevin, how are you?
Mike, I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. And I got to say, it feels good this year. I mean, we got the little bit of Pride Rock like lighting effect going on here. So it's shine the light on us Jet fans. We're having some better times here.
Yeah, well, maybe I should probably change the colors then. Hold on one second.
Yeah, the fancy
This
visual
be a bit more appropriate
on the YouTube on the YouTube version. You guys want to check this out? Kevin's changed his color in the background from blue light to green light in honor of the Jets.
Yeah, I had it on blue for the Rangers earlier, but I haven't caught up with that game. I don't know what the score is.
I haven't even turned the game on. I've been busy editing all night.
That's 2-2. Don't worry about it.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Hey, we'll keep it green for the Jets.
I'm gonna assume they're gonna find a way to lose this game, so we'll just leave it green.
Let's see.
Right now, we are talking here. The Jets have made a new head coaching hire. They have brought in Robert Saleh from the 49ers, a team we happen to talk about who kicked the Jets' ass in week 2. So what did you think about this choice?
Honestly, I'm like flabbergasted that the Jets have actually done like a good move for once. I'm so used to them stumbling over hirings, even like the new jerseys. I detest. You will never ever see me wearing the new Jets jersey. But this, for once, I think Robert Saleh. When I heard about his name, I started looking up all these. There's so many videos on YouTube, like hype videos and stuff, and you see this guy on the sideline. He's like a madman, and it just like we never got that with Gase. We certainly didn't get that with Todd Bowles.
No.
I mean, it's giving me like old school high school Rex Ryan vibes, like let's go get a snack type thing. That's what I really would love to see. Like, I didn't realize this. Did you know that there's a rule for Hard Knocks where they don't do rookie head coaches?
Yes.
So, I would love to see Rob Saleh Hard Knocks, but I would also want to see the new guy they hired in Detroit, that lunatic.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, like Saleh kind of he had like a really good press conference, and the other guy Campbell, I'm like, we were pretty close. I'd say if Saleh was hired by Detroit, I could see the Jets pulling the Jet move and hiring Campbell, but the lights shone down, and we got Saleh.
I know this is bad prep by me, but not having on the soundboard. You don't want to bite some kneecaps off.
Yeah. God, what a lunatic.
Yeah.
Honestly and truly. But no, I mean, from the press conference I heard from Saleh, he gave me like Judge vibes, like his press conference with the Giants. That's something I don't think the Jets haven't had someone like that in a long time. If ever, really. I don't know any coach that would ever talk like that. I mean, Mangini kind of, and what's his name, Herm Edwards, they were fun, but this guy is just, I don't know, he seems so professional. For once we have someone who's professional.
Yeah, 2 things jump at me. Number one, that like he talked about, hey, I'm gonna run the whole team, not calling the defense. I can let my defensive coordinator do that. I'm gonna take care of the whole team. So I'm like, good. I'm sick of having Adam Gase staring in the play sheet the whole game, or Todd Bowles like looking clueless in the office is doing things on the sidelines. He's going to charge the whole team, which I love. And number 2, he had options. He could have gone to the Eagles. He could have gone to Detroit. He said, I want to come to the Jets. And that's a sign to me the culture is changing, which I love.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it also looks like Joe Douglas has, taken reins over this. It's no longer a Johnson run aspect of a team, where I think now, I mean, Woody Johnson, now that he's back, he's no longer, I don't think he's ambassador anymore. I think he is.
No, he's home.
He's so like, I think like there's going to be a structure now where the coach speaks to the GM and then the GM speaks to the owner.
Yeah.
And
no more of this nonsense about like, oh, like you're equals. You both come to me.
Yeah, no, that's gone. That's out. So yeah. I'm excited to see what Joe Douglas is going to do. I mean, he is a line guy. I mean, that's what I love about the way our team looks right now, is that our GM and our head coach look like they could actually put on uniform and helmet and like get in there. And like you can see that in Rob Saleh. Like he's so pumped up whenever there's a stop on a play or something like that he has assistants pulling him back. Like that's what I love to see.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be fun with him too. And as we're recording on Thursday, the 28th of January, there was a bit of breaking news today in the NFL that Deshaun Watson officially has asked for a trade from the Houston Texans. And I think if they are dumb enough to move him, that's the key. If they are stupid enough, maybe Pastor Jack down there in Houston is actually convinced that maybe the Lord will tell him that he doesn't need Deshaun Watson to win football games. Maybe, he comes to the Jets and all of a sudden we can put the superstar trifecta of trades with Francisco Lindor, James Harden, and now Deshaun Watson.
That'd be great. But I'm kind of worried though, Mike, because the Texans hired a new coach today. His name is escaping me, but they hired a new coach, and I think they're maintaining this. Yes, and they're maintaining the same offensive coordinator. But I mean, Watson said he wants out. Who knows what could happen? Honestly, we've seen stranger things happen in the NFL, but I wouldn't say no to Deshaun Watson coming here. I mean, he's only 25, 26?
25, already a Pro Bowler. He's led the NFL in passing this year with Brandon Cooks, Kenny Stills, like Randall Cobb, and a bunch of schlubs at receiver.
And imagine what he would do with the Jets, even if we got Allen Robinson and all these other rumors that I keep on hearing of. It's like, I don't know what's going on in New York sports. I heard something really weird the other day that what's his name of the New York Yankees is escaping me. The GM of the Yankees. Not the GM, the coach of the Yankees.
Oh, Boone.
Aaron Boone is the longest tenured coach in New York sports teams.
Yep, that's right.
He's only been on for 3 years. Every other, that's how bad things have gotten in New York right now. So I think it's crazy that the Mets now have Uncle Steve as the owner, and he's getting all these superstars coming in, and then all of a sudden the Nets get James Harden, and Kyrie Irving has come back from Mars or wherever the hell he came from, and we have KD, who I don't know, I have yet to meet someone who doesn't like Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And now the Jets get Deshaun Watson. New York sports are back, and for once it's not the Yankees, Giants, and the Knicks, although the Knicks have just been suffering a lot lately. I feel bad for them.
The Knicks have been good once in 20 years. So I can't say anything about that.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's great to see that our Mets, Nets, and Jets are up and making moves and looking like professional sports teams. It's just, let's hope that their the ugliness of the past rises their heads up and they somehow pull off something stupid.
Yeah,
but no. I am excited. If Deshaun Watson were to come to the Jets, I am personally excited.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on Houston, obviously, because they held a hammer here. Because, they do have a long-term contract. It depends if Pastor Jack down there is stupid enough to actually think he can win without Deshaun Watson. And I think, honestly, as John Jastrzemski said on the podcast this week, as Matt Verderame said the week before that, and a couple other guys have said here, if he's available, whatever it takes. He was looking for a quarterback for 50 years. Go get one.
Well, you know what? They'd say throw the kitchen sink at it. That I was reading that if we were to get Deshaun Watson and we were to be trading first-round picks, we would essentially be sending back the picks that
we got leveling out at zero, basically, because they had the 2 extra from the Jamal Adams trade.
Yeah, but also I think the Jets passed on Deshaun Watson in 2017.
They did. They took Adams.
Yeah, it would just be a weird turn of events, but.
Yeah, because they passed on him and Patrick Mahomes because they were convinced that Christian Hackberg was the answer quarterback.
I forgot about that name.
Yeah, that's the glory of Mike McCagnon running the Jets.
Oh, God, I forgot about that name too. Oh my God, Mike.
Let's let some spirits here. Let's have a little fun.
Please.
This is the last week of Show Me the Money, so we're going to play a little trivia game here. We got 5 trivia questions about what happened on the pick segment this year. You were one of the 17 who was on. One of the 5 came back to the playoffs. So let's go with some questions here. Give you 5 here. See how you do.
Okay.
Question number 1 for you. When you were on for the picks this year, how did you do?
I won all 3 of my picks.
Correct. You and I went 3-0. I think that's the only time this year that there was no incorrect picks on the podcast.
And you know what? I can't even go to Calby's Super Bowl party to win more money. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's a 1-for-1 for Kevin. Question 2. Over the course of the 17 weeks of the regular season, we hit all 32 teams. So the question is, do you think I may actually pick the Jets this year?
Did somebody pick the Jets this year?
That's basically the question you think here. Does anybody actually trust the Jets this year?
I'm sure one person did.
So you're going to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. I was going to say we're that bad. There were some good picks out there for the Jets this year. If you were like if you knew if you were paying attention.
The one time that the Jets got picked was by me in week 17. They let me down.
Oh, they did let you down?
Yeah, because they were getting 3 points and 3.5 points in New England against the Patriots, and they got blown out.
Oh yeah.
The inept Gase finale.
Well, at least I got that one right. So I'm 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. The number of perfect weeks on the year, was it over or under 3.5?
Number of perfect weeks.
That's by me or a challenger combined.
Number of perfect weeks. I want to say over 3.5.
That's also correct. There were 6.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I had 3. Challengers had 3.
Wow.
So it's pretty evenly split there. Question number 4. So Kevin is actually 3 for 3 so far on his questions here. So what team?
$64,000 question.
Yeah. Which team was picked the most often this year? This includes the postseason.
Which team was picked the most often this year?
I'll give you a hint. I had a big hand in a lot of this on this team getting picked a lot.
These are the Chiefs.
Incorrect. The New Orleans Saints.
Really?
I was going to the well with the Saints down the stretch. They kept giving me wins because they were kept on covering numbers and they were getting set in Vegas.
I wonder what the runner-up team would be.
I have to look into the numbers on that. I want to say it was probably like somebody who was definitely one of those playoff teams because I feel like I don't remember which one. I know the Saints were far and away the most picked.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question 5, was there a push this year?
That had to have been. Yes.
Correct. Yeah, there was one push back in week 7. Kevin Walsh on Sports Grid took the Browns getting 3 points and they pushed.
Wow.
So
and that was the only one this year?
The only one on both sides, the only push.
All right, I went 4 for 5. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be, fun Super Bowl coming up here. Chiefs Buccaneers. What's your thoughts?
I'm not interested in it. I'm sorry, Mike. It's just because it's almost like it's scripted now at this point. I was really rooting for the Bills, and I really wanted to see Aaron Rodgers to get back into the Super Bowl. Like I would have liked to have seen Aaron Rodgers win another one. I mean, I'm excited to see Patrick Mahomes in it. His father is a Met, so like I'm going to be rooting for him for sure because I will never ever vote for or root for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But I would rather root for the Bills over Tom Brady too, even though in the same division. But I don't know. It's just not gonna be the same this year. I'll make the best of it here at home. We're gonna be playing it safe because of COVID. We're not gonna be at Calby's our respective our friend his Super Bowl party. But I'm excited to see at least a decent game. It won't be the same, but it is kind of cool to see Tampa Bay playing at home, essentially at the Super Bowl.
Definitely
First
interesting
time ever.
Yeah, definitely interesting angle there. I think this game's gonna be fun. There's a lot of scoring, a lot of opportunities here, plus the star power of the Mahomes Brady matchup. I do like all of that. And I will say, you were one of the 17 people who sent their picks in for the Show Me the Money Picks Challenge for the 17 challengers here. Last year was a prize in the line. I'm going to put another prize in the line this year. So, unfortunately, I was not able to get on the GameStop stock quick enough to give you guys a stock share if you happen to win. So, we're going to settle for whoever comes the closest to the score. It has the opportunity to be guest on picks for week number 1 next year. That's the prize right now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So whoever comes the closest in terms of like game score and like storyline gets the picks, gets the pick spot next year for week 1.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the stakes. I mean, I wanted to get in on that GameStop stock action, but the government was too quick to shut it down.
Robinhood, all those hedge funds. I'm not going to start cursing on this on this prestigious show.
Yeah. And I mean, this is one of those when I'm reading, I see GameStop is trading. Literally, as I'm hopping on Twitter, I'm like sitting there and just going, "What the hell's going on out here?"
Oh, you should get a stock what do you call it, interview with Anthony Calby. We've spoken about him. Well, I've spoken about him so much this video. You'll learn all about it.
He's a hard man to track down.
He is a hard man to track down. Maybe I'll get him over here one of these days. I'll vaccinate him and bring him down here.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, but we'll talk about the picks, the reason why you're here. This is going back 2 weeks now because Joe D'Aloisio was here for Team Challengers, and he did not have a good week. He had a very pitiful 0-2.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So he had the Packers laying the 3. He had the Bills getting the 3, went 0-2. I, on the other hand, I went 500. I went 1-1. I was with on the Packers, but I laid the points to the Chiefs, so I got one on the board 2 weeks ago, which is not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, so on the year, Team Challengers 29-33 and the 1 push 3-9 in the postseason because our guy in the wild card round went 1-5. That's why the Challengers are so bad there.
Mm-hmm.
I went on the year. I won. I got 36-25, 7-5 in the playoffs. So I've already clinched victory.
Nice, Mike.
Got to get in the win column again. Again, you see the sun shining here coming down on all these picks.
Well done, and the rest of us are in hell.
Well, not
I gotta change the lighting here.
Again, go on the YouTube version. You can see the changing lights in the background. So to set everything up here, we have one pick to make and one only. We are doing Super Bowl number 55 on CBS on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. The Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites. Kevin, who are you picking?
I am picking the Chiefs.
Why is that?
Patrick Mahomes is an all-star. He is the next Tom Brady. And I saw Tom Brady play last game against the Packers, and he did not have a very good second half. Unless Todd Bowles and his defense and Bruce Arians are able to muster up something, I think Andy Reid is going to have the upper hand here. And I mean, you have Travis Kelce is the next Gronk too. So, I mean, we're literally looking at the new Patriots of the AFC, as sad as it is. And I'm probably going to regret this in 10 years' time when Patrick Mahomes has 5 rings and, the Jets may meet them at some point, and, that might not bode well for them.
All right, so Kevin, yep. So you're on the board with the Chiefs, laying the 3.
Yep.
I'm going to be right there with you. I'm also going to lay the 3 with the Kansas City Chiefs. I know this game, I think, interesting because obviously you have the situation. The Chiefs don't have their left tackle. Now, everything's going to be a big deal because we saw what JPP and Shaq Barrett did to Aaron Rodgers all of Championship Week. But I can't help going back to Week 12 where the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill running all over the field, running wild through the Tampa secondary, 200 yards first quarter. They were up 27-10 this game. Tampa got it close in the backdoor cover. I don't think the back door's happening this time. I think the Chiefs are going to take care of business. I think it's going to be a big effort for Tyreek Hill. I think sleeper MVP prop bet there, folks, at 14 plus 1,400 on FanDuel. That's my teaser. You guys go do that. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game by at least a touchdown. I think it's going to be a tight game for a while. Kansas City pulls away at the end. Lay the 3 with the Chiefs. So to reset here, Kevin and I are both laying the points with the Chiefs. And that's your last pick of the year on Show Me the Money. So it's a shame that the segment has come to an end.
I know. It's a great time. And I'm really loving this new format. It's great to see us in living color.
Yes, in living color, unlike WandaVision in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. I don't have a black and white filter here, I don't think.
I do not either. So that's something that the best I could do for you was the Simba filter. But it certainly was a lot of fun. Next week, I mean, I'm gonna miss this, but I will say also shocked like hell that the NFL actually managed to get through the entire season without one cancellation.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, they really did postpone that Ravens game with Lamar Jackson, but I mean, yeah, still no cancellation. It was, really well done.
Yeah. They deserve props for that. They also deserve props for inviting all those healthcare workers to the Super Bowl. That's a good job.
That's the other thing that I really appreciated. That was one thing the NFL actually did right for once.
Yeah.
But, take your wins.
Yeah, you got to take your wins. And Kev, how can people find on social media? Give us some of the stuff you're up to.
Really haven't been up to much. I've moved into the new apartment here with my lovely girlfriend, and we've just been settling in here for the most part. I've been getting into yoga.
Yeah. How about
That's
that?
really it.
How about the Instagram? People can follow your photos.
Oh, you can follow me at castrophoto.com. That's where I take mostly astrophotograhy pictures.